now that we've built the case for what organisational culture is, how powerful it can be, how you go about actually measuring it on the financial markets, let's have a look at how we go about measuring it within organisations. You've probably seen some of these, but not all of them. So we have engagement surveys, climate surveys, culture surveys, pulse checks. You might even have a button with a happy face and a sad face that you can click every day you come into the organisation. So companies are really getting interested now in getting an indicator of where we're at with culture. Go careful because these aren't measuring all the same things. So to give you an example, we covered the difference between climate and culture earlier. Culture is measuring at the organisational level and climate is measuring at the team level. Engagement is not the same as what we used to measure in satisfaction. It goes way beyond that. So engagement is really measuring the discretionary effort that your employees are willing to give because they are so motivated by working for your company. So the discretionary effort means I'm willing to go the extra mile. It doesn't have to mean working longer hours. It can mean actually upskilling myself or working cross-functionally. There are so many ways we can measure the discretionary effort and going the extra mile. But you're looking for an indication that your employees believe. And that's what an engagement survey is going to measure. That all sounds great, especially when we know that an engaged employee is 4 times more likely to go the extra mile than a disengaged employee. But with only 13% of employees across 142 countries being engaged, according to Dr. Amy Armstrong from Ashridge, this is potentially a little bit harder than you might first believe. So we've built the case for the power of culture and the tangible value that we can start to see, financial impact from the people side of the business. So it's not surprising then that an investment analyst is starting to get interested. What used to be known as the intangible value of a company is fast becoming the tangible value of a company. If your job as an investment analyst is to predict the future value of a company and to advise individual shareholders, stock markets, on whether someone should invest in a company or not, it's not surprising they're starting to look at, there's something in this culture piece. And now that we can measure it more, I want to start to become more familiar with that. Now, when the difference of culture can determine whether your employee turnover, whether people are leaving, is between 20% or 48%. So 20% turnover is relatively good, let's say, for a company with a good culture, whereas 48% is very, very bad. We know that culture can drive turnover. That's exceptionally expensive. This is one of the reasons why investment analysts are starting to really get interested.